Yo. Happy Sunday to everybody. Happy Sunday. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Dribble. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
What it do?
What color you got on tap?
Oh, man. Demon Pride. You already know that?
Oh, bad. I thought I was getting confused with the Commanders.
Ooh.
We starting early.
Yeah, I see. Whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, I ain't talking about.
Who y'all just fired?
Hey, we need to fire everybody.
And that could happen. But was it the OC?
Nah, we fired the DC and the defensive back coach, and Tyreek Hill went for 100 in the first quarter.
Ooh.
And gave up 30 in the first half.
Who the acting DC?
And the head coach.
Oh man.
Oh, that's rough.
I mean, all right, listen. I look at it like this. Hey, happy birthday, Miss Deborah. And
Happy
birthday. Happy birthday.
I look at it like this. You can fire all the coaches that you want. Mm-hmm. But if they ain't getting it done on the field, then you can call all the plays you want. If they ain't getting it done on the field, ain't nothing you can do. I think they didn't quit.
What's your old saying, Tat? Gotta have chicken to make chicken salad.
They got chicken. The chicken just ain't getting, it ain't hatching.
It ain't hatching. Or ain't nobody in the kitchen making it.
They need some more mayo.
The ingredients ain't coming together, huh?
And
right. Yeah.
Don't make no sense.
Hey man, but
both Tyreek Hill's touchdown passes, long touchdown pass on third down.
So is your boy out of there?
There you go, KP.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed him, man. And
man, that joke was just on here because he beat me in fantasy today. That's all. He won't pick at me about fan. He beat me in fantasy today.
So it was a bad sports day for you today.
Oh my goodness, man. It was rough, boy.
Before we get too far, I do want to give a birthday shout out also to Mrs. Reeves.
Hey, Miss Reeves, Miss Morgan Reeves, Oasis, better half.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Miss Morgan Reeves. I got you, big dog. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah. So Miss Beverly had a good weekend. She had a good weekend. So happy birthday to her again. Y'all got any thoughts on this college football thing?
I mean, I just got my memes ready for all of them.
College football team.
I like the Florida Gators.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Mm.
All right.
That's I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Like that. You like that blue and orange, huh?
Ain't the same. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, but no.
Northside blue and orange is like Auburn.
Oh, okay. All right. What so what y'all thoughts? As they say, were y'all taken aback by anything?
I'm not. I mean, Georgia should have won. I'm lying. Ain't no participation trophies. You gotta win.
So should one win count more than the other? Or does it really matter when you lose?
You should have won a conference championship.
So does playing a close, tough game knock you all the way to? Because what Alabama came from 8 to 4.
I mean, they wanted the SEC championship, one of the toughest conference in the country.
Well, I don't think I have a problem with the Georgia Alabama. I think the biggest question for me is the FSU,
Florida State.
Like
should have been in. I think they should have been in too. Yeah, but I mean,
they should have been in.
Who they put in over them? Texas.
I don't know which one went in over them.
I don't know which way it went, but I tell you this: Michigan gonna get beat to death
by Alabama.
Yeah.
So would you have rather seen Michigan play Washington?
Yeah. Alabama and Texas.
But because they haven't played, that's probably why they didn't do that one. Because they
Alabama and Texas.
Yeah.
I think that'd been a better game. But I mean,
you think they trying to make that a championship game?
Probably so. Georgia and Florida State squaring off.
Yeah. But so then then you get to that part, right? Like, so how many really gonna play, right? Because they've made the college football playoffs everything. Now it's, do I play in this game, right? For those guys that's looking to go pro, is it worth playing in this game? Because it ain't for everything.
Championship. Yeah. Right. I mean, you got a point there. I mean, you got quite a few Georgia kids that are going in the portal.
Would it be like a running back or something, right? I know the running back, I think.
Do you guys think it would be beneficial for college football to have like a wild card or a play-in game? Or
well, they're supposed to be going to 12 next year.
Yeah, it's supposed to be going to 12. I think now, me personally, I think there's too many. 6 to 8 is fine for me.
They going to 12 teams in a playoff?
Yeah,
that's too many. I'm with Tat on that. I think.
When is the season then? So it's extending the season, right?
Got to.
It's extending the season, then you got more games.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I mean, I would. Me personally,
that's almost like a participation thing right there.
Me personally, 6 teams. 1 and 2 get a bye. 3 and 6, 4 and 5 play.
So are they doing that with the 12? Is anybody getting a bye?
I didn't look. I haven't looked at the format yet.
Yeah, that's too many teams, man. Like way too. Because normally, if you look at it historically, normally it's 1 or 2 teams that's like you could have went either way with those 1 or 2. I don't know about
12.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, ain't nobody questioning 12, bro.
So you're gonna have a couple 2 lost teams in there if you're going 12.
Yeah, you gonna probably have more than that.
Yeah. Because now, but here, so real quick, Tat. So here's the thing, kind of back to Charles' point about Florida State that I didn't get. Like they're saying, because I know they talking about strength of schedule and all this type of stuff and a weaker conference. But when it was Clemson, that wasn't the case.
Well,
I know it's the quarterback piece too, though.
Yeah. You also got to take into account of the quarterback situation. I don't think they're one of the top best 4 teams with the quarterback that they have.
But but it's still the body of work.
It is still body of work, but the body of work was with that quarterback. The body of work ain't with the quarterback that they got now.
True, right? But you still got the defense.
I don't even think that should be taken into consideration.
Because the defense still had to do their part to help them be undefeated.
Right, you're right. Great points, great arguments. Yeah.
I don't even think who playing quarterback should be taken into consideration. I really don't.
When you look at it as a overall in totality of the team.
Yeah, right. It wasn't a quarterback that won them games. It was a team that won them games. Like I don't agree with that. If that's the justification.
So do you think the committee did their job?
They did a job. I mean,
but you got to think about it too. It doesn't even if they put Florida State and Georgia in, and Washington and Texas don't make it. Now you got a whole fan base saying, "Oh well, Georgia lost in the SEC championship game. Florida State ain't gonna be no good because they lost the quarterback."
Right.
Washington did this. Texas did this, or Michigan shouldn't been in because the coach got in trouble. I mean,
you make sense there. Somebody was going to be unhappy. I'm just saying that
somebody's going to be unhappy.
Yeah. I think it's rough when you don't get the benefit of that as the two-time defending champion, right? And I don't know if I'm necessarily a Georgia fan or not, so I'm not speaking on their behalf. I'm just saying I'm looking at it. Two-time defending champion, went on this crazy win streak, and you slip up at the end. You didn't get blown out. You just slipped up at the end. And now, all for naught. That's rough, bro.
Think about it. Think about the years before when you had but Rasheed look like Bobby Womack right there. What's up,
Rasheed? What's up, man? You got a good point, right? It's a good point. If you're basing off quarterback, just proves it's all about money and entertainment. If I lose my QB, then I just adjust my team and keep winning.
So right, because FSU quarterback went down 3 games ago, so they still won 2 games without him, right?
Who, FSU?
Yeah, or 2.5.
Right, but
it is.
But who did they play in those games?
No, they play on the schedule.
Right, I mean I understand that, but who did they play? They played. I think he played against Florida, and which Florida when ain't real good. It's the SEC team, but they ain't real good. Who else did he play against? He played against somebody else.
I know last night. Who they play last night?
Louisville. That was a good win. That was a solid win.
Yeah,
that was a solid win. Louisville was like 16 or something. They top 25 team. Everybody had Louisville winning that game.
Yeah, because of the quarterback situation.
Because of whoa, go back.
Because of the quarterback situation. But my man stepped up and he did what he was supposed to do.
Right. Exactly.
So that should be a notch for them.
We got screwed. I agree.
Sorry, Cubby.
Cub, what up,
boys? Coach Garner. Yeah,
hey,
I know you
undefeated. Win the conference championship.
Well, a lot of people saying Texas is going in there because they move into the SEC and they want this big story, right? Before they go in. So I've been hearing and seeing that. That's why
they talking about money. And money's involved. Yeah. Because they were like, if Notre Dame had one loss, Notre Dame would have been in there because of the fan base and where they travel and all this type of stuff. My inside source.
Notre Dame would have been on the outside looking in right there with Georgia.
Texas, big money. Yeah.
I mean, all right, when Texas A&M was good, they didn't get in with Manziel in them.
How many losses they had?
I think they had some losses.
I mean, it don't matter.
No, you can't have more. No, I mean, you can't have more than 2.
How many losses Texas got?
Alabama get in not too long ago with 2.
How many losses Texas have?
I think they got 1. Texas got 1.
They lost to who?
I think Oklahoma. Was it Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, yeah. Yeah.
I think it was Oklahoma.
Yeah, it was Oklahoma.
But they also got that big win against Alabama.
Yeah, they called Alabama early. I don't even know if I count that one.
That was kind of my point, Charles. That it was so early in the season. So that makes this better. I don't know, man. I would have liked to see Georgia go again.
Well, you did see Georgia go to the house.
To the crib.
I think
But I do think,
let's put Colorado in the bowl game.
yeah,
Not a
Might
play,
as well.
not a playoff. Not a playoff.
Listen,
Let's get him.
don't
We can't get him in the Popeyes bowl or nothing.
Popeyes bowl.
don't get wasted start. Them jokers went 4-8.
Yo,
Don't
he
be-
wants sports
boy.
something
Dion
other
taking
than
on the chin. Dion taking on the chin right now, boy. He losing kids, losing coaches.
Hey, and Charleston White hot on him.
What?
Oh yeah.
Some of that stuff Charleston White did with Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that Red River. Yeah, there's some big money out there.
Oh, you going to the SEC too?
Huh?
I don't know. I know Texas.
Speaking of Oklahoma, Oklahoma was in the building last night to see Isaiah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
good.
wow.
Real high on him. Yeah.
Good.
They were there last night.
That's a good transition, man. So I know y'all got some guys back. The team looked a little different. Talk about it a little bit, Ted.
They've been playing well. They've been doing a lot of things of what Coach Gorman's been asking, small things. And it's really showing right now. They're playing well together, defending well, rebounding. Rebounding has been key. And just taking care of the basketball. I think against Locust Grove, we did everything well but shoot free throws. I think we ended up scoring with 110 against Locust Grove,
right?
And missed 25 free throws.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I mean, then you come into last night and you only missed 3.
It's impressive.
So he got his point across in practice.
Yeah. Knowing Coach Garmin the way I think I know him, it seems like he would.
Yeah. He immediately got his point across after missing 25 free throws.
Right.
He don't seem like the type to have a problem with communicating.
No. I think it was some tired legs after practice. Last week.
That stuff can come back to bite
you. Yeah, man. But like I said, kids been playing well. They've been doing everything that coach asked, man, and got two big region wins, I think. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's playing well with the additions of Cam Flowers and Isaiah Gibson and Makai.
Good. I seen the video of Isaiah. Like he protecting that rim.
Yes, he is, man. Joker's playing big. Protecting the rim. Boxing out. Bringing that defense, bringing that football edge out there. Making everybody else get tough.
Right.
That starts in practice.
Yeah.
So they doing well, man. Proud of them.
Good, man. Wish y'all nothing but success except on December 19th.
Y'all had a big win last night.
I had a good week, man. Actually, I had a good week. Went 3-0 this week. So Coach Buddy and the crew got them back on their winning ways. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I seen that. But yeah, so they went 3-0. Got a couple of big wins this week against a good win this week against a tough team. out of Jones County. So that's always a test for us because Coach Buck is always going to have his team ready to go and ready to play. So
Yes, he does.
we'll have to play him again. I know it was a home and home, so we got him again. But that was a good week for us. Off this week until Saturday, and then we got our first region game against Veterans.
That might be Charles Silly fan, John. I ain't got mine on. That might be Charles Silly fan. Ken ain't got his, or Charles got that Silly fan back there rocking.
You talking about that tapping?
Yeah. That was me. I appreciate it. I meant to turn it off because there's noise. I was like, "Oh, that's me." Gosh,
man, Silly fan jumping back there. Man, we got Jones County Tuesday. We got tough road this week, man. We got Jones County Tuesday, Eagles Landing Friday, Dutchtown Tuesday. So we got a tough 3-game stretch right here, all on the road.
Okay, that's all about to ask you where y'all playing at.
Yeah, all on the road. So this is gonna be a big test. This is gonna be a big test for us this week, man. Is to see if we see what we made on that road this week.
Yeah. So what do you guys? I know y'all keep your eye to the Twitter feeds and Max Preps and Hype South reporting these scores. What do you guys think about how the season's been going so far? Just with teams in the area, and any surprises or from what you've been seeing?
I don't know if I say surprises, but Dodge County, man. Dodge County look pretty good.
Missing some players at the Hype South. They get them players back.
I don't know. I don't know if they got them back or not, but right. I mean, if he hadn't got them back and he's getting them back, I mean, that's gonna be a group to watch out for right there. Mm-hmm. That ain't a bad group at all. Surprises? No.
Maybe surprising wasn't the word, but this anybody that y'all kind of tracking and seeing.
Baldwin's boys. I say Baldwin's boys. Mm-hmm. Macon County's boys. Just teams that a lot of people don't get their eyes on.
Right.
But I mean, I know Coach Rice. I kind of follow him on Facebook, look at the scores and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't get out and go see him physically because we got games too. But
right.
I said, but just seeing what he's posting, what they're doing. I mean, Coach Rice had a Final Four run last year.
He did. I was gonna say he sure did.
And I think they lost to Dooley. I want to say in the Final Four. I want to say now I might be wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong if you're watching, but I know he had a Final Four run last year. And I know he had some kids returning off that team,
right?
And, down there Baldwin with the new coach, Coach Smith, coming over from Dublin. He's had some Final Four runs at Dublin.
Right.
I think you might want to watch out. They might make
tough losses. Yeah. And I think he and I don't know if he's gotten some, but I know he was missing some, so I think he's getting some back as well.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
On the girls' side, man, Mary Persons looking to be girls, young ladies looking to be good again. Central Lady Chargers,
Speaking of that, congratulations to Leia.
Oh yeah,
Leia, yes, Leia Grain. Yeah, which I've always said, Leia Grain is the best grain in the house. And Trey,
Trey running up and down the hardwood now, so he'll take that.
Well, he ain't gonna never say Leia's better than him now. No, he argued me down left and right that Leia's not. But shout out to Leia, man. I've watched her grow so much. Watch her game grow. just all the times she cried in the gym when AJ had it now, and she didn't want to do something, and now she's figuring it out and understanding now. But shout out to her. And, shout out to her parents, man. They took up a lot of time, getting up to where they are. Coach T and Coach Wasey and all the coaches over there at Central.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Charles, what about you?
I don't know about surprises. I think I'm with Tad on that. I think there's some teams I think we were anticipating to see, right, and see how it was going to start to gel and how it was going to come together. But I think we all knew either they was going to be good or they got potential to be good. So, but yeah, I think Tad kind of hit on most of them.
I forgot my Lady Demonettes now. Can't forget them. Coach White. Yeah, Coach White's doing a good job. My bad. Dr. White. Not Coach White, but Dr. White. I'm sorry, Dr. White. She's doing a great job. Huh?
When they having that raffle?
What? For them?
The Screaming Demon?
Yeah, no, it ain't the Screaming. They got for them J's.
The shoes?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
Matter of fact, I need to figure out when that is.
Did you get your ticket?
I got my tickets. I don't have to be present to win.
Oh, I need to get my tickets. I need to I need to take care of that.
Hit up Kirsten.
Yeah,
Better hope they don't Fred Self with you.
or Shauna.
Yeah, I gotta hit. I think Shauna hit me up on Facebook.
Yeah,
I need to hit Shauna back.
That Fred Self raffle, boy.
Pay my dues.
Hey, so they raffling off. The Demonettes are raffling off some 11s. So if you know somebody over there and you want to support, I think it's $10 a ticket.
Yeah. But I do think too, some teams haven't really got started yet, so as well.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask you too, right? So that was a wonderful segue, Charles. Transition, if you will, as far as I know, some teams haven't gotten started yet. And some teams are just hitting their first game.
Yeah, just hitting their first game. First week of playing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of twofold. So Tad, I would like you to join in on this conversation as well, as far as the thought process that goes behind scheduling early in the season before you get into region play.
I mean, I was beneficial, not beneficial. Starting your season later than other teams, kind of. Well, I think the logic behind playing region games after later on is because for people that kids play football.
Okay.
So that'd be full strength when you play your region schedule. But right. I mean, us with our region, we didn't play 2 region games. Well, if we were still playing football,
y'all would have played, yeah.
Yeah, I say like last year.
Yeah, we played 4 of the year, I see.
Yeah, we have played 4. We have played 4 region games before we got the football. Yeah, but I mean, so it's different people, man, that thinks, about scheduling. And yes, Shane Sams, shout out Shane Sams, region coach of the year.
Congratulations.
258, congratulations.
And y'all had a ton of kids make first and second team.
Yeah, yes. Isaiah, Cam Flowers was athlete of the year in the region.
I believe so.
Who else?
Oh, shout out to Perry too, man. They going to
shout out to Perry. We can't miss that.
Perry football.
Shout them out. Congratulations.
Yes,
December 12th, as I believe.
Yeah, shout out to Perry, man. Perry Rock.
Rep the middle. Yep. What are they playing? I think the thing. I don't know what they.
Stockbridge.
Stockbridge. Okay.
Yeah, Stockbridge.
They beat Benedict.
Yeah, they beat Benedict, so they got Stockbridge.
Was that Benedictine?
Benedict.
Are they out of what? They out of Augusta, Savannah? Savannah. So is that the private school? Not a private school, but like
yeah. It's all boys school.
Yeah. So I heard their quarterback is like tops for his class. Like top five.
It's all boys school, man. Actually, we're in the same region next year.
Yes, I seen that's how the conversation came up when I seen the region.
All of us in the same region.
Yeah. So shout out to them. But yeah, so the scheduling aspect of it, right? So I guess the logic behind it is to get talent early, right? And to work on your stuff. So when by the time you get into region play, it's looking a little different.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got. I mean, in some regions, you got teams that really historically never goes deep into the state playoffs.
We're talking about in football?
Yeah, in football. In football. So they always have their kids back.
Right.
So they would rather get the teams that don't have theirs early. You know, they ain't got all the kids. Strategize it that way. So you got some regions that does that. You got some regions that play all their region games after football season.
Right.
In January. So it is what it is, man. I mean,
it is.
You got to lace them up.
I was going to say, shout out to Coach Harnett. They started off pretty good.
Yeah. Coach Harnett's doing a great job over there. And like I say, he's another team that ain't no surprise, man. He does a great job.
Right.
He's got. I mean, if you see Southwest, they got everything. They got excuse me. You got good guard play. You got size. Size on the wing, size in the paint.
Right.
So.
So no, all good, man. All good, and being able to get an up close look at a lot of these teams during the Hype South was good as well.
Right.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
So all good, man. What else going on, guys?
Man, nothing. To be honest with you, I'm trying to put up this Christmas stuff, but man, I'm too busy watching these films.
Yeah. Watching my Rams take one home, get the 500.
They won.
Yeah.
They won.
Yeah.
They played
Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. Cleveland started Joe Flacco.
They look rough. 36-19.
They said Joe Flacco was working at the liquor store before he came. They called him.
At the liquor store.
He was a connoisseur. Hey, have y'all caught any women's college basketball games?
Nah, but I know they say North Carolina and South Carolina about to fight the other night.
No, they're about to fight. Yeah, the other night, and then South Carolina's about to fight with Duke today.
For real?
Yeah.
Point guard from Carolina, Don Staley.
Oh, the little freshman. You talking about the freshman, Jonathan?
Probably so.
Yeah, I think she had like a half court shot today. Yeah, they play physical.
Who that? South Carolina?
Well, South Carolina, but women's basketball, period, man. They fought. Like, even watching high school girls basketball, it's like the way they fall and get back up. And I'll be like, God, if I felt like that, well, yeah, at my age, if I fall like anything, I ain't getting back up too soon. But
I'm going to tell you, the girls, my bad, the women's game is evolving at a rapid rate.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the things you see these young ladies or women doing, Man.
Let me ask you this, Tat, and Charles, and anybody that's watching, chime in. But
So
we were talking about this, right? The disparity between, like, you'll watch a women's game and it'll be.
Hold on, KP. Before you, because I want somebody else to weigh in. They may have some thoughts on this too. Our guest backstage.
Oh snap!
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring our guest in real quick.
Coming to the stage.
Coming to the stage. Here we go.
Give the one and only.
There he is.
My God.
What's going on, man?
Man, no shade November, so I gotta hurry up and shave, man, for my old lady kicking me out the house.
Hey, I'm big up.
Yeah, man, we gotta get this off.
How you been, man?
I've been good, man. How about y'all, man? Good to see y'all.
Good. How was your holiday?
Man, trying to make it, man. Just, man, like y'all in these gyms and watching stuff and trying not to cry sometimes when I'm in some of these gyms watching these games. But I mean, for the most part, everything's everything.
Well, Cam, we're gonna let you get it off your chest.
What part? I'm controversial sometimes, and people don't like what I had to say sometimes. But I mean, I'm only coming from, the heart on some of this stuff, man. It's just, like I tweeted the other day and we were talking. I just wish we would all get on the same page, man.
Right.
The coaches, the AAU coaches, the trainers, the family members, just all of us, man, because I think we all in it for the same reasons, and that's to help these kids out, man. No matter what, somebody, some of these folks out here, but they trying to help. That's my biggest thing. But, for me, it's just like everybody's trying to be the one. And that's what I'm kind of tired of, man. I'm just kind of tired of everybody going at each other on social media and we got this and we got that. And, it's like we're putting each other against each other, man. It just looks crazy to other people.
What started that?
Social media. Social media started it, man. Like, for instance, man, like I went to a college game.
Ken, let me ask you this: Did it start it, or did it grow it into something bigger?
I think it magnified it. I think it was always there. It's just magnified now.
Right, for clicks and likes.
Yeah, but I think when like Twitter, Instagram, and everything really started getting popular, and people could say whatever they wanted to say behind the phone or whatever. Mm-hmm. I think it really, really went over the top, man, because a lot of people, like, for instance, man, with this podcast, people look at y'all podcast and y'all show and they think it's easy to do. And they don't even know what y'all put into doing this. You know what I'm saying? And like, everybody now thinks they can do a podcast and everybody thinks they can now talk about it. But then it's so many people going at each other just because I want to be the best. I want to be number one at what I do. Like, your work going to show anyway. Yeah, like, your work going to show anyway. Like, I don't have anything against any other trainer out here. The one thing I do have that, is like, you try to use a narrative to get kids to come to you to train. And I don't have any problem with you per se, but it's just that the negativity that comes behind it. Like, I'm using social media to get more likes and do these crazy moves. Like, there's that guy who does his thing on social media about is it a travel or not. Mm-hmm. And he all this stuff and people are arguing over it. That's like just for clicks and likes. Like, some of his stuff is good. Some of it, I'm just like, whoa, what in the world are we doing? But he's doing it for likes. And he's teaching y'all stuff, but it's just for likes. And it's so many adults, but we talk about the kids. And I always say this. Guys, why are these kids acting like this? Look at the adults. Mm-hmm. You got folks going at each other crazy on social media. You got people arguing over kids and like claiming kids. I trained this kid, so you can't have this kid, or he plays AAU with us, he can't be with y'all. Don't like this dude, or I'm making false narratives about this program for me to get that. Man, there are plenty of kids out here. There's plenty of time to do all this stuff that we're doing, and I'm just tired of that part of like social media. Like I said, I went to a game. I went to Clayton State Morehouse. Me and Corey Black went the other day. Man, it was just as many camera people. Yeah, it was just as many camera people on the baselines as it was people in the stands. Everybody had a camera.
Yeah. Everybody trying to get content.
But then, like I told Black, I said, man, some of these players are paying these people to come to these gyms to do that so they can get a highlight tape. Because now everybody just trying to get to the next level. Why not be happy where you at? Like everybody want to go D1. What's so great about D1? If you're there and you're not playing, like what, the practice uniform and like what they feeding you, but they ain't feeding you what the top players getting. What's so great about it? Why not go to a Clark Atlanta or Morehouse and get your playing time, be happy, and graduate? Because if you're good enough, they're gonna find you anyway. I mean, It may not be the NBA, but like you can go play overseas for a little bit, make some money, but you can get a degree.
Yeah. Make some good.
There it is.
But everybody wants to, because that's all we talk about. And I was telling somebody this the other day, man, it was so crazy. I said, man, you know what? I was at a game and I was telling a parent this. I said, the problem is we tell all these kids how great they are and we hype them up so much. Even the kids who don't make the NBA, NFL, or Major League Baseball, they think they're a failure. They think they failed because I didn't make it. And some of these parents are living their dreams through that kid, and they're telling the kid how great they're going to be, but you're not being held accountable. Like high school coaches, you gotta hold some of these kids' hands because you don't want them to transfer, but you're not even teaching them the right way, because so when they get to college, what are they going to do? They're going to transfer because they're being held accountable now, and they don't know how to play under pressure, or they don't know how to compete for a job on the college level. And then if they're not getting playing time and they come back home, like your boys you hang out with, your parents, everybody looking at you like, dang, you let us down. So now they think they're a failure. So they could get a 6-figure job, but I didn't make the NBA or NFL. I have failed in life. So that's why we got so many kids still sitting there and then become young adults and then become adults, and they don't know what's going on in life no more, because their main objective that everybody been telling them about all their life is you got to make this.
Getting there, yeah.
And it's even crazier that, like, I was at the high school game the other day, and it was, man, so crazy. It was 8 girls on one team and 9 on the other. And the team that had 9 had to pull up 3 freshmen from their JV program to play. What's going on with girls basketball right now? These girls don't want to play no more, because we're taking the joy and the fun out of it for these kids, man.
Right.
Because you got to go D1. You got to do this. Oh, you got to play for this program. You got to go train. It's ridiculous, man. We got 8, 9, and 10-year-olds already being told that they are pros and they got to make it because they can do a Euro step earlier than somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
It's just become, this summer, the little AAU team, the young AAU team we saw, where those kids were beating one team, and it was all for content. Everybody putting all this stuff out. Yeah. Then they went and played another team, and they was real silent.
Is this the one that had like the fake tattoos and all that?
Probably. I just saw it on social media.
So it's a team out here. They got like, I can't remember what team it is, but they got like fake tattoos, and after they hit a shot, they got all the emotion, all of this stuff. Dang, I can't remember what. And they were like young.
Oh yeah, like 9, 10.
Yeah.
Let me ask you though, like, with you being somebody that's been in the culture and has moved the culture, right? And you've seen it from every level. But because it is becoming more monetized, right? Or monetization is kind of the thing that's driving a lot of this stuff, right? So when we look at rankings for certain ages and we look at all of these things, are those things beneficial in any way in your eyes?
I don't think so. Why do we rank kids under 13 years old for what? Because the number one player at 13 is, we can probably do a study on it. They probably ain't the number one player anymore at 18.
Right.
Might not even be, we might not even know who they are no more at 18. Just because all kids are different and they develop differently. Because so look, you're looking at the, let's go Lenny Cook, Felipe Lopez, like all these guys like that. Felipe Lopez was on Sports Illustrated. Yeah. What happened to him? Everybody else developed to where he was.
Caught him.
They was rated above LeBron and Carmelo and all them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, so why we even do that? Because then it goes back to what I just said. These kids now all of a sudden, they're the number one third grader in America. So that just put a target on the kid's back. One, from the other people who want what he got. Then you got the people who running around the programs who now we got to get this kid in our program to keep stuff going on. And then you got the parents who like, shoot, I got the number one third grader in the nation. Shoot, we about to make some money. Let's take out some loans. Let's go all over the country with this kid. He's going to be in the NBA. You got camera people following him. Like, he's already living this dream and like he's in the NBA and then he don't make it. Then what?
Yeah. Cam, I got a lot of stuff that I want to ask you, man. We haven't had a chance to holler at you about. The next question, and you just kind of brought something up that triggered this thought. The NIL for high school kids. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, I'm kind of in between, man, because people making so much money off these kids.
Yeah.
Like, but with giving a high school kid NIL stuff, like, could we put it towards something else for them, like later on? Like put it in some kind of trust or something for them or somebody to really look over. Because like what people aren't talking about with the NIL stuff, and this for these college kids, like you do know that's taxed.
Right.
Like some of these, I can't say programs. I talk to a lot of people, but I know a program where their kids weren't told that and they didn't even think about it and their parents weren't even thinking about it. So the kid think he getting $1 million and he's spending out. Now the IRS come looking for their money, and they up the creek. So like for me, if I'm a high school, I'm gonna tell you how, man. I'm gonna give some private schools the blueprint now, how to win a state title. If I'm a private school, I'm getting everybody who graduated from that school, and I'm asking them each for $100, and I'm going to get me 2 or 3 dogs. But go ahead.
Well, private school, yeah, but I thought the school can be no way or sorts affiliated with the NIL. But I know there's ways around it. And I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Because if I'm a private school and I got a dude who owns a dealership or something, I'm just gonna funnel all the money through him and say we giving him a Ford NIL deal. You just come take some pictures with us and everything like that. Like, I mean, it's been going on for years anyway. Like we were giving the top kids NIL money a long time ago. Now just everybody got a chance to eat.
So do you think it'll take away from not competitiveness, but the what's the word I'm looking for? Take away from the overall experience of being a high school athlete, could possibly, right? In a sense of on the other side of that, right? So now is there a pressure to potentially have to play this kid if they're failing a grade failing something or something along those lines?
Before you say this, Cam, my bad. I think it ain't no different in the summer circuit where you getting free bags and free shoes and all of this, that, and the other, and that another program can't afford to give you. I mean, I think it's the same thing.
Totally agree. I mean, you got to look at it, man. Like I saw the EYBL is now coming out with that league, you know, for the
schools.
For the 10 or 12 teams.
Right.
And people were like, high school coaches were getting mad and everything and talking about it. But like, that's for the top 50 kids. They're gonna poach your kids anyway. Like the top 50 kids are going to play where they're going to play at. The top 75 kids are going to play where they're going to play at. They were poaching your kids a long time ago before they came out with this league. Like, let's be honest. Because the average Joe Blow ain't playing in that league. They're not going to Oak Hill, IMG, and all that. They're not going to so develop your in-house talent then. Like, it is what it is. It's just because those kids are getting that big money anyway. And for me, a little bit of me, is going to be upset. But if I'm really thinking about the kid, go do it. Because in the long run, that's better for your development. Right. I can't keep on holding you back, because if I got a top 50 kid, and let's just say I'm a single A or double A school here in Atlanta, and I got a top 50 kid, where is he really getting developed? When I'm playing like some of the schools here in Atlanta, the school of the blind and the deaf, and he's going for 75 points, that ain't helping him out. Because when he gets to college, it's going to hurt him. So if he's getting poached by those bigger schools, yeah, part of me going to feel a little pissed. But then, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Your boy Brandon left Norcross, went to Sierra Canyon. You know, hurt Jesse a little bit, but you got to understand. Reed kid from Grovetown hurt Darren a little bit, but I mean, hey, it was probably better for the kid in the long development of that. And those are coaches who kind of see that a little bit. Like, hey, it is what it is. But then you got the kids who, you know, who will stay home because they just want to have that high school experience, like you said, and be around their friends. But they're at a good school still. You see what I'm saying? Because like you and all three of us on here know, four of us, I'm sorry, on here know that like if you got the talent, schools from all over trying to holler at them. You got schools from Atlanta trying to holler at kids in Macon. You got kids from schools from Macon trying to holler at kids in Savannah, like trying to get them to move this and that. So they're getting poached anyway.
Right. No, yeah. Georgia definitely has a portal.
Well, I feel, I tell you this, I feel like if a kid is scoring 75 and got those Power 5 offers and this, that, and the other, why move?
Because
you go to a big school, you get the same thing.
Maybe, but if I also got to go somewhere else to develop against them monsters I need to play against to get ready for the college level, I got to go do it. I mean,
but I'm sure that kid is playing on a travel circuit that has those monsters as well.
Yeah,
right.
You're right.
So, and I understand what you're saying, but in some cases, some instances, I just feel if a kid is getting that what he would get at a bigger school, getting that where he is, what's the use of moving? Now, yeah. I can see if a kid is right in between and you know, getting on, got a chance of making that jump, him going to a bigger school and making that jump, you know, I can see it. Fine. You ain't going to get that jump here, you know, go ahead. But you better make sure it's the right situation as well. Because you get over there and it's not what it's cracked up to be. Now you sit in the bench.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that happen as well. I've seen a kid getting off from Georgia Tech as a freshman, sophomore, moved to a bigger school, sat the bench.
Or didn't get the production that he had at his spot. I mean, it boils down to two, like development and schedule. Like, you know, because you can also offer top 75 kid, you know, you can get a good schedule at any high school because everybody wants to see the kid, and you're going to have these tournaments are going to be calling you anyway and be like, hey, listen, we'll pay for travel or hotels and food. You guys just make it here, like, because everybody wants. They're kind of using your kid
to
get the stands. Yeah, to the event to get the stands, and with that, like, I get it. Hey, I can go both ways with it because I've been on both sides of this. But like,
so
what people got
hand in hand, right?
Huh?
It does work hand in hand.
Yeah, but like you got to look at the long game. Pretty much has a parent, a coach, a trainer. Like, that's why we all got to get on the same page, man. Because it's so much talent here in Georgia, and it's talent all over the country. But Georgia has blown up because a lot of people moved here and everything. You have talent all over the place in Georgia. Like, you can go to Athens and there's some talented kids there. You can go to Macon, talented kids. Atlanta, talented kids. You know, we always talk about Atlanta because it's the big city. People come here a lot like that. But like, you can go down to Savannah, Valdosta, Columbus. Like, once again, Corey Black got that small little guard he got at St. Anne. Kid can go. You know what I'm saying? Like, Darren had stuff he had going on. So it ain't just Atlanta. It's all over. But if we got all on the same page, because think about this, man. I was telling somebody this summer. I said, man, you think about if the Georgia Stars, like, if there were only a handful of organizations, right, like we used to have, because like making the AAU team back in the day was like an accomplishment, right?
Right.
Imagine if the Georgia Stars went into the EYBL or any one of those EYBL teams here, right, with the kid at Holy Innocents, Bryce, who plays for OT, and Ace Bailey has the front court. Can you imagine that? With them three dudes, that's your front court? Like, that's 6'11", 6'10", 6'9" across the board. And you add two good guards in that, and you have a nice bench with that. Like, they'd be top 4 in the EYBL. Like, even if you take those three guys and add them whatever with the Celtics, with the Adidas, like, because back when I was coming up, like, it was 300 kids inside Birdette Gym trying out for Team Georgia with Al Outlaw. And if you didn't make that team, you understood, like, hey, I got to go get better for the next year to try out again. I want to make this squad because that's one of the powerhouses in Georgia. Now on every corner is 4 AAU teams. And then you have some of the parents who are creating the AAU team just for their kids and their friends who play in the neighborhood who have never even been inside a gym to look at, because they probably got cut from their middle school teams and high school teams, but it's just an outlet. I'm fine with that. Outlet, we're keeping kids out of trouble, but then we're also bringing these kids to some of these tournaments, and they mess around and play y'all, and y'all winning by 60-something with coaches in there to look at y'all kids, and they can't evaluate them because, I watched 3 of y'all games and y'all played 3 bums. How do I know how your kid can stack up against that competition?
Right.
But then the organizers of the tournament, I can't fault them because they making their money, so they letting anybody in. Like, the camera people getting in there, and you got a kid who might average 2 points in the whole weekend. He probably hit a layup on somebody, luckily, but he got a highlight tape of him in warm-ups and him clapping and him pointing at somebody and him at 3-pointer, and then they got him hitting his layup and running down. So you like, man, whoa, this kid might be able to play. Like, it's the game, man, is I get social media, I get everything. And maybe I'm an old dinosaur and sooner or later I'm probably gonna be teaching golf or something. But like, we need more gatekeepers, man. Put it like that. Because like me and Kawais were talking the other day, like I'm now on the other end of training and everything else and like coaching and mentoring and all that. But like, I'm turning around looking down at some of these other guys who are training and everything. And I'm just like, man, I'm trying to offer them advice or anything, or just talk to them or whatever else like that. But Who are you?
You hate now.
Because because some of them in it for the fanfare.
In the limelight. Like, because I've been told on several different occasions, like, Cam, you need to get, these camera dudes in your gym will generate more kids coming to your gym or more guys coming to work out with you. Man, hey, listen, man, my work gonna show. If they come in here, they come in here. And even if they go, like I said in y'all show before, even if they go train with this guy, that guy, whatever. The only thing I tell the parents is this: whoever you're training with, give them some months with your kid.
Mm-hmm.
You can't keep on training because you got all these used parts and you drive down the highway and your whole car explode. And it's just you sitting in a seat on 20. You know what I'm saying? So like you can't do that. But to some of the trainers too, man, I sat and watched a guy do all NBA stuff with a 10-year-old kid. Euro steps, getting into the paint, fading away and all sorts of stuff like this. And then I watched the kid go for a regular layup and miss 2 in a row. We got to teach the kids the fundamental part. That's why Europe, and not to say the Europeans, like everybody else says, they're taking over the game. They're doing pretty well. Mm-hmm. And I've talked to an NBA scout, and he told me, like, in 10 years, he thinks it's going to be 8 European guys on the floor with only 2 Americans.
Wow.
They are just beating us because they do small-sided games. They play, they teach a lot, and they're learning a lot. And these kids, they have club basketball, which we don't have here in America. We can't do that. America would never let us do anything like that. But these kids are taught the game the right way. We need to get back to teaching
the game.
Yeah, because hey, I'm gonna tell you what, and you all know this too. I would say 65% of our kids have no IQ in basketball. Mm-hmm. They will be down 1 point with about 8 seconds left, and they will come down and shoot a 3, and then turn and look at you like you told them wrong.
Mm-hmm. Kenny and Charles will tell you, I talk about that all the time, man. It's fine to train, and I don't have any problem with you going to train and trainers. I have no problem with it, but learn the game. I mean, help defense. Help and recover. Just all of that stuff, man. I mean, position to take a charge.
Yep.
All that. I mean, it's much more than shooting and dribbling,
right,
to the game of basketball.
Well, that's a good point. I think that's kind of, and most time you see it with your underclassmen or your young ones, but I can't even say that for real. You can see it throughout basketball. Kids are highly skilled as far as dribbling and shooting, right? But can't kick out, can't advance the ball, head down to tap point, won't rotate on defense.
Reaching.
So it's like and I don't want to blame the trainers for that piece, but it's starting somewhere. Maybe it's the club team they're playing with or not playing with. I don't know.
I'm gonna ask you this, Cam. Should it be considered training the game of basketball or training offense?
No, because
when you see, go ahead.
I mean, like when you, it's kind of hard to try and teach some of that stuff when you got a one-on-one with a kid, and then like you got what do all parents and people who bring their kids to you to train? What do they want to see? They want to see their kid put the ball in the goal because that's what they want anyway. Like, how many parents are going to pay me $60 for an hour session when I'm training defense? Like, be truthful.
It's true.
And you're absolutely right.
What drives that though?
What drives what?
The offensive minded training. Right. So that. But I'm saying as well as So I guess to play devil's advocate. So if you're looking to try to get in school, you're trying to get to the next level, right? College, right? Is a college recruiting you from being a dog on defense the majority of the time, or they looking at buckets?
I mean, you got. I mean, that's what we all about. Everybody. I mean, like listen, man, you can go on Twitter right now, and everybody who says my kid's being slept on, what are they putting first? His stats. What he scored that last game. He being slept on. My son had 35 or whatever, or my daughter. But to your point, yeah, colleges look at that. But you know what else they look at when they come to your games? They look to see all that stuff. Like they even look to see how you come in.
Who got him in the building?
The scoring. And people talking about the scoring. Because nobody, your son could have had 17 assists the other night, right? But another kid on his team might have went for 25. Who are they talking about? They talking about the kid who went for 25. And they're not really gonna say he had 8 points, 17 assists.
I will.
Yeah, I know. As we should. Because for me, like what I say, when I was at Douglas County, man, we tweeted out the stats and the score, no matter what, win or lose for us.
Win or lose.
That's what we did.
Yes.
Win or lose to help our kids get seen. Like we lost this and that, but this is what they had. Yada 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 yada. A lot of people talk when they win and are very, very silent when they lose.
Yeah.
Winter, spring, summer, fall. They don't talk.
Yep.
And you're doing a disservice to them kids because you're looking at your record. You're worrying about your wins and losses. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, it's the adults. Because I think for me, I think people are more worried about the record and everything that's going on because what are they trying to do? They're trying to get more kids to come play for them or people to be around them. Instead of, hey, I might not have won a region tournament, but all 5 of my seniors got a scholarship and went and played basketball. Or even 3 of my 5 got basketball scholarships. The other 2 got academic scholarships. Are we even talking about those kids who play on our teams who get academic scholarships and go be great citizens and mayors and doctors and lawyers? You hear coaches talking about that?
At all? Not at all.
Not a lot of them. But yeah. I mean, I know some that does, but
yeah,
it ain't a whole lot.
But like with me, like when I train with a kid, I try and incorporate something defensively. Like we might do some slides and some, catch and rip or, whatever. We might do a full court slide drill in the running back because I'm also trying to see conditioning. But a lot of the parents and a lot of the people, some people don't know how to train on that because let's go back to this. Or some coaches don't know how to coach on that because for what you're trying to do, you've got to been in them trenches to either have coached against it, seen it, or played against it. Like you got to know because some of these people are getting into this game, whether it's coaching, scouting, teaching the game, and they've never done anything with the game.
So I think
nothing.
I think to go to your point, Cam, I think it's like you said, we all got to get on the same page because we can't hold a trainer accountable for all of that. Like that's impossible. So, like we say, get your child with the right club team, so you can so that stuff can be reinforced. Get your child, make sure the high school coach is on the same page, and that stuff is continually getting reinforced.
And we're all together in it.
And we all together. Everybody have their own role, right? So it is going to be when a kid comes to you, it's a lot of it's going to be offensive. Like that's just the nature of the beast, right? I would say this: if a kid has a trainer, send your trainer your video so he or she can give you some productive feedback, right? As well,
or even that trainer you got to go to some of their games. You even got to talk to their coach because, like last year, I had a kid who was getting ready to go to Oglethorpe. I hit the coaching staff up because he was with me in the summertime. I said, yo, what do y'all need me to work on with this kid for him to get playing time for y'all? Because if he's going to be back to the basket and working on jump hooks, that's what y'all need. There's no need of me working on him catch and shoot threes for an hour while he's with me. And the coach replied to me and said, man, that is amazing that you did that, because most people have never reached out to me about their kid. And what you're working on with him is this is what we need. We need catch and shoot. We need pin downs with him, turning, pick and roll stuff, him just catching 15 to 17 feet, knocking down shots. That's what we need, and being able to rebound well. I put a whole summer plan into that. But like that's the same thing. But see, to your point, Charles, is 10 years ago, you know what everybody blamed 10 years ago on basketball? AAU.
Mm-hmm.
They blamed AAU. So now it's not blame AAU. Now we're going to blame the trainers. So,
right.
so if we all just get on the same page and stop pointing the finger and blaming each other for everything, instead of the AAU coaches with the high school coach knows what's going on, and the trainer it's a village.
It is. Yep.
We're helping the kid out, because if I got a kid who plays for one of y'all and y'all do a lot of dribble handoffs and screens and stuff like that, why am I working on him patting on the ball the whole time? Like, it's good to have some of that in your bag, but like you shouldn't have to do 75 dribbles. Another thing is this. I just finished with one of my training sessions. I told the kids this. I said, man, y'all all in high school. You might get to shoot 25, 30 shots on your high school team. You might go 10 or 30. Are you going to be able to shoot 30 shots when you get to college your freshman and sophomore year? I doubt it.
Might get 6 or 7.
It's efficient. That's what gets you on the floor. But see, what we also do is, as kids, as adults, we don't look at the overall picture of the school that's recruiting me. One, what kind of offense they run. Two, who's coming back at my position. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I've been playing in a high school and AAU setting where we are full court pressing and we're all over the place in scramble mode, why would I go to let's say kid? Well, I mean, I know why they went to Syracuse, but like they're playing a 2-3 zone,
mm-hmm.
and we're just sitting here like this, and I don't really know the principles yet. I'm going to learn them, but I've never really learned the principles of a 2-3 zone. So now when I get to Syracuse, my freshman year before Adrian Autry now, but Boeheim was there. Now I got to learn all these roles and everything. I'm a year behind these other guys who've been there, or these other guys who played 2-3. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We don't look at all that stuff, because the first thing we do is Syracuse offered me. And they might have 2 point guards coming back, and I'm a point guard, and both of them point guards coming back. One's a sophomore, one's about to be a senior. You think I'm going to come in there and play as a freshman if I'm not top 50 or an All-American? Nope. We don't look at that. We look at Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go. It's the nature of the beast.
Go where you want it and where you fit.
And we say it all the time. But see, if we're all on the same page, once again, even the parents involved in this, we're a village, we would all be able to sit down and talk about that, all of us, in a room. Hey, these are the points, these are the pros and cons of this school, the pros and cons of this school, the pros and cons of this school. And I know we all 4 of us on here know, coaches will tell you everything they love about you, until your parents drop you off. I learned the hard way. My freshman year, my coach told me, man, when he was recruiting me, man, boy, I thought I was about to be the next Magic Johnson at 5'10". And when my parents dropped me off and drove off, and he came over that next morning and cursed us out and told us he owned us, man, he meant it though, because they paid for our scholarships and stuff. So you're right, coach. But that's the thing with basketball now, man. It's like,
Cam, is that why some kids like don't make it necessarily to their second year because of those type of things, and it's not fun anymore, and it's not this and it's not that.
Yeah, because it's a business. They got to eat. That's why I tell kids too. These coaches, they feeding their family. Right. They can get fired over. And if you don't produce, you also got to think about especially if you're on an NIL deal or the alumni did something to get you there, like, man, get him out of here. Like, and it's the transfer portal get bigger and bigger. And I tell people this too, is like some kids can't play at the Division II level. Some kids at Division II can't play at the NAIA level. Some kids in D1 can't play JUCO. It just is what it is because, you junior colleges, you there 1 or 2 years, it's man eat man. Like, and you even got to fight your teammates because all y'all trying to do what? Get to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough. You got guys who've been coddled their whole life, and then they go to junior college, and it's like we're out in the middle of nowhere because ain't no junior colleges in nowhere. Ain't really about a lot of girls around. Man, goodness gracious! Like D1 guys, some can't survive NAIA. They go in these places. It's just, man, we ain't flying. We riding a bus 7 hours. Goodness gracious, what in the world? I can't do this. And a lot of them lose it. But it goes back to the point 2K people you're talking about is like from 3rd grade all the way to 12th grade. I've been told all this stuff. I've been given all this stuff. Nobody's told me I've done anything wrong. Mm-hmm. And I get to college first day and I've done everything wrong. It kills them.
Yeah.
A lot of kids ain't like a lot of kids aren't let's not say not built, but like a lot of kids, like just for instance, I've been seeing too, like a lot of kids getting their feelings a lot, even when you're trying to correct them. So a lot of people stop trying to correct the kids because they're in their feelings. Like they get emotional. They just break down and don't know what's going on. Like I went to my son game the other day, man, and this dude was open 3 times and his coach yelling, shoot, and my son didn't shoot it, he passed it. And I guess he was like waiting for me to yell it. I'm like, nah, at this point, I'm in the stands as your dad. I just enjoy watching you play. But after the game was over, I told him, like, yo, your coach telling you to shoot it. Why you don't shoot the ball? He's like, man, I ain't want to mess up. I'm like, but he's telling you to shoot it. That couldn't have been me because my coach is going to tell me to stop shooting. Hey, I'm letting it fly. You ain't got to say twice. Say it once. Oh, he give me the green light. Whatever. So, but like,
yeah, that is the thing though, man. Like, there are kids that don't want to mess up, right? Then you're not going to play a perfect game. You're not. Whether shooting percentage, whether turning the ball over, something's going to happen. Missed assignment, something. But it is about that how you bounce back from it, right? What are you going to do next time down? But you're going to come out the game at some point anyway.
Yeah. But see, nobody cares about winning no more though.
Ooh, you said something now.
Wait, what'd you say one more time?
Nobody cares about winning. The coaches might. The coaches that we do, because listen, man. These kids can lose by 40. They can have 30. They are going to tweet about it. Their parents are going to tweet about it. Their friends are going to tweet about it.
And they go into the store and take pictures in front of the drink.
You're doing all that.
That good light type.
And you right, and you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
Hey, Cam, but you forgot one element also. The trainers is going to tweet about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Because that's my product.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I did it a couple times, but I did it more so for the kid because he needed an opportunity. But one thing I'm never going to do is tweet about it and say, take all the kudos. You know what I'm saying? Like for somebody because.
No, yeah, and that's what I'm saying, right? So it is, and not to cut you off, bro. My bad.
Yeah, you're good.
It is one of those things where you do have to know who your trainer is and know who you're surrounding yourself with and know their character, right? We have a lot of people that are out here that is me, like a lot, right? So when you see their social media, if they're plastered all over their own social media sometime, that's probably an indicator that I don't know if this is spot. You know what I mean? And when those
Yeah.
opportunities will come, it gives them a chance to beat on their chest and say, "Oh, look what we did."
But then it goes back to this. See, when the kid have a bad game, you don't hear nothing from them. And it might be an
Nothing.
8-game stretch when that kid ain't did anything. And they might not
Nothing.
even be communicating with that kid, like even texting them like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But the minute they have that great game, oh boy, they're gonna find a picture from 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have all sorts of stuff and be like, but that's social media once again. It's like everybody wants to be that. Like I don't know the word I'm looking for, like one up each other or like I'm that person. Like everybody's fighting over, to me in Georgia, everybody's fighting over that. I'm the dude. Like I want everybody to come talk to me before they talk to anybody else. I know every kid.
I've seen people attaching themselves to everybody. I'm like, bro, it's no way in the world.
You know that?
No way in the world.
Hey man, I mean, if you in the gym rebounding for people every now and then, man, I guess you can attach yourself to them. You know, I don't know.
Grab them rebounds.
Yeah, that's just my thing, man. But like, you gotta be in it for the right reasons, man. And some of us aren't in it for the right reasons. And I think some people want those people to like get out of the game and not be involved. But like, once again, sometimes you got to let people try and go over to the other side and kind of see what's going on, and they'll either come back to you or go somewhere else. Because in all actuality and everything else, like this is just the way of the world. Like there are businesses out here that people don't want to do business with, and they want them out of the way. They're not out of the way, but like people stop shopping with them. What more can they do? But see, that's the thing with this basketball is like, people have kind of stopped or whatever else like this, but then people still trying to be relevant in other ways and other platforms. You know what I'm saying? And like they're trying to just tweet about anything or whatever, because once again, I gotta feel relevant. Like you put your time in. Hey man, I love everybody who played any sport at any level, because I know how hard it was for me to play at all these different levels and still have a life and everything else is going on. But people are just like, man, I did this in this year. I did this in this year. It's like,
so would it be fair to call them, in the words of Dame Dash, culture vultures?
Yeah,
you got something out here.
Yeah, like I wish we would have more time to just develop everybody. I wish there was like, and I know this would never happen, I wish there was like, I tell people this all the time, like a training course, or even like for hoopers, like a green card they had to have. Like you got to come in this and have this card and be like, okay, they're official, they can come in this gym. Where's your card at? Nah, you go play somewhere else. With the same thing, because you're doing a disservice to some of these kids, because we know the top 100 kids in Georgia, right? Everybody's tweeting about them. Everybody's talking about them top 100 kids. Who's talking about kid 101 or kid 102? Because, a long time ago, Steph Curry was that kid.
Yep.
Right.
Who's going to find a diamond in the rough? But you know why everybody's tweeting about the same people and talking about the same people? Because it's all for likes.
Yeah.
Ace Bailey is a pro. Trust me. I saw my own 2 eyes. I've seen the kid. I know what he's doing.
Yep.
Everybody's still tweeting about what he's going to do at Rutgers. I get it. We got to tweet about it and get some likes. But Ace Bailey's going to make his money.
Mm-hmm.
What about the third or fourth kid on his team at McKeachie who's pretty good? Like, are we trying to tweet about him to help him get something, to get a scholarship? Right. Like our scouts, it's the same kids we talk about. Like, if we're in it for the right reasons, let's get kid 101 to 150 a little bit of pub, and let's get them some looks. Let's tweet coaches about them, because everybody tweeting. I don't even know the top 10 no more here in Georgia, like right now. But like everybody's tweeting these coaches about these other kids, and these
Right.
coaches know the kids. They know.
Mm-hmm.
But let's help a Morehouse out. But on the flip side of that though, you know, like these D2 schools, Clayton State, Morehouse, Clark Atlanta, Fort Valley, like y'all got to be in these gyms too.
Yeah,
I'm calling y'all out.
I was just about to say that.
yeah.
And I don't have a dog in the fight. And I know all these schools, y'all probably gonna call me or text me tomorrow and go off on me, whatever. But I'm also calling y'all out because a lot of these coaches are waiting for y'all to get in the gym. But I'm gonna flip it now. All these high school coaches, y'all gonna probably call me and tweet me tomorrow. Stop trying to send these historically black schools or these D2 schools your 10th best player. Stop talking to them about them. Why your second or third or fourth guy they can't even have a chance to even talk to? Because you don't know if that kid might not want to go there. You don't know if a kid might want to go to Morehouse just because he's getting recruited by, let's say, Augusta or Charleston Southern, but he really has aspirations to go to Morehouse. Why y'all ain't helping that kid go to Morehouse then?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's once again a notch under everybody's belt. I want my kid to go to the highest he can go because it looks good under my resume.
Right.
Goes both ways, people.
Yep. Yep. Great. Hey, great point, Cam. I do want to transition to something though. I guess the top three things that you noticed this high school basketball season from being in the gym, good, bad, or indifferent. The top three takeaways.
All right, my top three takeaways. IQ is at a low, an all-time low.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of kids just pounding the ball, not even going anywhere. Or if they go right, then they're dribbling back to the same spot, trying to go right again. It's like we're just a hammer trying to beat down this door and ain't going nowhere. One thing that saddens me is the culture in high school basketball. It's not a lot of fanfare. I think we've lost that, and I don't know how we can get that back to get people in the stands. But these girls and boys work their tails off in practice, and for for the kids who I go to school with every day, not to like come support. You know, that kind of saddened me. But I can see why sometimes they don't want to come because of some of the talent in the areas of the schools. But go support your kids and your team. Number three,
it used to be like a school thing, right? It was a school event.
Gyms
right? I'm going to hang out
But that was the thing, boy. Right. Woo.
But I also see why though, because just the cultures now, like the gangs and shootings and everything else that goes on, the fights. You know, some parents, and then even with kids leaving school, how are they getting back? You see what I'm saying? So like,
right.
I'm gonna tell you, one of my good friends, and I know Georgia would never do this. Any other state would never do this. One of my good friends in Miami, coaches at a private school. Man, he came up with I said, wow, I wish Georgia would do that. So he came up with an idea to help a fundraiser for his school and everything for his basketball program. They do one game a year at 1:00. If the kids want to get out of that last block, they pay $5 from the school ends at like 3:00. So from 1 to 2:30, he plays a boys game at the school and he makes a whole lot of money and the whole student body is at the game. You should have saw how rocking it was in his gym and how hard his kids. Yeah, it was like a pep rally. Yeah, how hard his kids played, man, with a whole gym cheering for them, man. I was like, wow. But I know GHSA, Georgia, they never do it. They never let anything like that happen.
And then they still out in time to catch the bus or whatever to get home.
Yeah, because the game was over like 2:30.
Right.
2:45. Those kids still in there, and they're able to walk outside for 15 minutes, get on the bus, and go home, and all the things like that. No fights, no nothing, man. Wow. I was like, that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that would happen because, these kids, just like, they run the football game and everything. I wish it was more fanfare for them. Number 3, me being able to sit in the stands now, I kind of let myself down too, I think, as a coach. I think coaching. I don't think we take enough time to really develop our kids and really teach them. Because I know practice is an hour and 30 or 2 hours at some schools. But I see the kids lost a little bit, and it's by coaching. My point to that is, and I looked at myself when I coached for my 5 years, and I'm like, wow, did I really handcuff some of these kids by them always looking at me trying to call plays and us putting too much into them? As far as I sat and watched a team, I'm not gonna say who, I watched them have a shoot around, and the coaching staff was giving them so much on this other team, and I was like, man, I went back to me being 16, and I was like, that's just too much to give them, man. They done probably checked out, a little bit, because we all know this too, being in the school system. We got a lot of kids with these IEPs and a lot of kids who, attention span of a gnat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's like, man, you gave them so much stuff, but why can't you dummy that down a little bit for them?
Right.
Like, because then y'all in the shoot around and you talking about the play this other team runs and this how I want to do it. And then the coaching staff was like, no, let's do it this way. No, let's do it this way. Let's do it. I'm like, man, we used to do that as a staff too.
Yeah.
Like, our game plan was all over the place. And the coaching aspect, I like the shot clock, but I think it's also some coaches in here who haven't developed themselves, because me as a trainer and as a coach too, I still go to a lot of clinics. Even I'm not going to coach again, but I go to a lot of clinics. I even watch a lot of clinics online about coaching, about training, about everything, because I'm still trying to learn. Don Shewalter said this from USA Basketball: the minute you stop trying to learn as a coach, a trainer, or anything, get out of the game. Yep. Some of y'all need to get out of the game because you haven't been to a clinic since 1994, and you're not learning how to play with the shot clock because you're still in those old rules and those old values. Or I remember when everybody was running 5 out, everybody running. Who's putting the thought process into plays, also helping your program out? Because if you got bigs, why are you running 5 out? Why you run no high-low stuff? If you got a bunch of guards who can go, put a big in there, run 4 out, or run a lot of dribble drive, trying to get to the nail. If you got shooters, why we not running screens or pin downs or curls? And because coaches are every year they're running their same offense.
Right.
Not putting no thought behind it.
Yeah.
It's not plug and play sometimes.
It's not.
Right.
So, those are some of the takeaways for me, like just on that. And then like parents, oh man, stop sitting in the stands and screaming for your kid to shoot the ball and everything, and stomping your feet and yelling at the referees, because listen, we have run the good referees off. We have.
Yeah, say that again.
We've run the good referees off, and it's going to take a little bit for this next crew to get where we want them to go. We can't run them off too, man. We can't. And it's like, because
they definitely got a hard job, but it's tough sometimes.
Yeah, because I saw this weekend, man. I saw 2 of my old school dudes. I remember when I coached was reffing, and they looked like they over it. Like, I don't even want to ref no more. But I wish we would have more packed gyms, like make it a real big thing with these kids, like these rivalry games. Really want to be inside there to cheer on my school and everything like that. I wish us as coaches would really really put the time into it. And I understand, I get y'all getting paid pennies a day because I was too. But if you have a passion for this, do it for your passion, man. Have fun, because you can also teach life lessons through this game of basketball to these kids, man.
And I think that's what they miss sometimes.
When you making them take accountability.
Right.
True indeed. True,
Right.
which sometimes isn't a lot, but you're right. Because like I remember, and I know y'all, because we all around the same age. I remember when like we got a tech, we would have to sit. Like our coach would sit us.
Yes.
Shoot, yeah.
I played for Rusty Hudson. And Rusty Hudson, Darren Rogers, who's at Westlake now, was his assistant. Get a technical. Whenever you want to get it, you can go ahead and get one. But just know you're going to be sitting over here by me the rest of the game. I don't care what happened. I don't care.
Yep.
We weren't taking the bow and arrow out and shooting it at kids and doing all this other stuff. We weren't doing any of that. Run down the court, doing all this. We used to talk noise now. Trust me, I talk more noise in a little bit. But we made sure the referee ain't catch it. And, we weren't doing the unsportsmanlike way so we could get a tech. But now kids are, man, dunking, hanging on the rim, grabbing, they sacking everything and falling down and getting the tech. And the coach like, yeah, I love it. Okay.
Right. Chip Malone ain't having that.
Yeah. No, you're right. Hey, what do you think? I was going to ask you, what do you think about the foul count going to 5 now? Any thoughts on that?
I love it. Me personally. I love all the rules, tell you the truth. I love it because the shot clock, I mean, like, come on, man. If you can really coach or have some sort of inkling about basketball, like you could be down 10 with that shot clock and come back and win.
Right.
Because teams can't hold on to the ball no more. I mean,
say it one more time.
You can be down 10 with that shot clock going into the fourth quarter. 6, 5, you can be down anything. You could be up 10 and lose with the shot clock because you can't hold on to the ball. I love it. Like me personally, hey, I would love to go 24 seconds.
Excuse me for a second, brother, because I'm staring at this other brother on the screen right now because he's trying to be funny.
Oh wow, gotcha. But I love it.
Hey, we were down 7 to them.
Yeah.
What about? I'm gonna time left in about 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But they came back and won. But we missed a ton of free throws to close it out.
They did.
Yeah, that'll hurt you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's another good point. I forgot all about that. Free throws too.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. We are bad from the free throw line. A lot of teams I'm watching. Like I'd keep on fouling too. Like it's a lot of those. It's to me with basketball. It's so this little stuff right here we can clean up, and we would take the game so much bigger. Now, don't get me wrong. The kids are bigger, stronger, faster.
Right.
They got all that now. They can do dunks and moves that like we never could do. But it's just adding that mind into it because 95% of basketball is played from the neck up.
Yeah. And
kids don't I mean, somebody said earlier, like the NBA, yeah, they watch the NBA and do all that. But that's why I suggest so much to the kids that I train. And even some of them older kids be looking at me like I'm crazy. Man, watch the WNBA. Watch women's basketball. You know why? Because they got to think the game. Because they just can't throw the ball to the rim and somebody go up and dunking it.
We were just talking about the Carolina game and Carolina and Duke that played today, and South Carolina and North Carolina played the other day. And just from that standpoint and the grit and the passion that they play with. Yeah.
Like it's amazing. And it's amazing what the women can do right now because their game has grown so much too. But it's funny, like in college basketball and everything, the women have a 24-second shot clock.
Right.
Why do the men? Why is their shot clock longer? Like I don't understand that. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Or
you would think, right? Yeah.
I mean, you would think so. And like, why don't we go like just give everybody 24 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to help everybody out in the long run, especially the kids who want to play college basketball. Because I mean, I know back in my day we didn't have a shot clock, and then when I got to college, it was a shot clock, and it took me a minute to get adjusted to that because, okay, now you got to be even more efficient in that half court offense because, you know, it's going down. Luckily for me, I played for coaches who always said under 8 over 24. So if we got a shot up under 8 seconds and it was a good shot, they didn't care because they wanted us to play fast. You know what I'm saying? So those are the type of coaches I wanted to play for. I didn't want to play for the dude who came across half, ran the flex offense until we got a layup, and we never got a layup. Like, that's why I went to the right schools for me. I think that's what happens to some of these kids where, you know, the coach telling you might be the one, and then you get to school and you wind up playing the 2 or the 3, and then you're trying to figure out what's going on and why I'm not the one. And, you know, they got these other guys over me, or they brought these junior college guys in. Kids, you gotta look at all those things, man. Also, like, if I'm a homebody and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, there's no way in the world I can go to Stanford or Cal. Like, I gotta stay around Georgia State, Kennesaw State, you know, UAB, Morehouse, Valdosta State. I mean, it's a plethora of schools, and like I said, if you're good enough, they're going to find you and come looking for you. Because I tell kids this all the time: you can be sitting on the bench at North Carolina, and you can be playing at Morehouse, and you average enough points. When a European person comes to you, they're not looking at the name on the Carolina might be able to get you over there, but they're also looking at your efficiency, and you played. Now let me bring this cat over here because he's good enough.
Right. So let me ask you this. So you brought up a point earlier, man, and it was not to take a dig at some of these colleges, but sometimes it seemed like they don't recruit the area, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
any thought or idea to that? So
well,
when you have some of these D2s or whatever the case may be, and they're going outside, right? The state or the area or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the transfer portal is what it is, and if you got an opportunity to bring in, then you're probably gonna do that because,
of course,
right? It makes sense. But like some of these high school kids around some of these schools aren't getting those looks or opportunities. And again, I know you are what you are, right? Wherever you get recruited at, that's the level you are. But it just seems like there is opportunities for some of these kids that you would think that could possibly, right? But it's not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna take the college coach side on this one and just tell you, not the side, but I'm coming from a college coach.
Right.
Some of these coaches, they like what they like. So let's just say, like Fort Valley coach, let's just say Tez, he likes like a DMV New York City point guard, or he has a lot of connects up there. That's probably where he's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? No matter what.
No matter where he's comfortable.
Yeah, they're just going to go with what they like or what they know. Now, they may see a diamond in the rough, but they also got to get out to do that. Now, some of these schools might not have the budget to do that, you know, or whatever else is going on. But then also the portal now. Mm-hmm. Like, I hate it. High school kids are the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
Like, you know, you got the portal. You got junior college, you got post grad, you got international, you got junior college. You got 5 other things before they even look at a high school kid. So you got to be really, really special. Yeah, or you got to take what you got and be really, really special at that position or whatever else going on. Or it's also who you know, who behind the scenes speaking for you. Also. Right. Because the coach is going to pick up the phone and call somebody else. And they also get hundreds of emails from coaches, from parents, from scouting services, from, scouts. So you hear so much that I got a kid for you. But to the coach's defense, you can't call, let's say Fort Valley. You can't call Fort Valley and say, hey, I got a kid I know can play for you when you've never been down there. Or you've never broke bread with the coach for him to, How do you know what you got a kid who can play for me? Like you've never been to my practice. Do you even know what like conference I'm in or anything like this? Because also all these kids in these scouting services, they have an email typed up for the kid and they just change the name. Well, parents, some of y'all, sometimes they forget to change the school name. So they send your child's information to another school with another school's name on it. You're automatically off the list. Because of typo. And then everybody can play and everybody got somebody who can help you. Everybody says, I got somebody who can help you. I got somebody. Hey, that's the first when coaches call me, the first thing I ask them is, what do you need and what are you looking for? I ain't gonna tell you I got a kid for you because you gotta tell me what you need. Then we can go back and forth from there. And I'm also gonna tell you, like for me, I'm also gonna tell you the goods and the bad about a kid. And I'm not hating on any of y'all kids. I'm just gonna tell them the good and the bad because I can't lie to a coach because he'll never come back to me for another kid.
Right.
And I've got a lot of kids in school off of my word of just telling the coach the truth about a kid. Hey, coach, listen, great shooter, great ball handler. When you start throwing some stuff at him, though, he ain't too great with the mind. He don't play defense too well, and he got some issues outside of the court. I told you everything. So if you take him and all of a sudden he got in trouble outside of the court, you call him back like, Cam, you did tell me the kid, so I can't be mad at you. But if I didn't tell you that and all of a sudden the kid gets in trouble off the court and he's a hothead, then he's going to call me and be like, I ain't taking nobody else from him.
Yeah.
That's a conversation we have all the time.
Yeah, you got to tell them the truth, man, because if you don't, they And then the height thing too. You telling coaches, man, shoot, I got a 6'8", 245 monster, and they come to the gym and the kid's 6'4", 245. Hey, Coach, what in the world is going on?
Just open up.
Oh yeah, it is going to be jumping. High school and college.
Yeah, App State just beat UAB with some studs and some transfers.
The transfer portal.
You got to think about it, man. If you got a kid who's already played at that level and understands what it is and understands the lifestyle, why I'm gonna take a younger kid who hasn't been at that? And then for like you high school kids, man, I get it, man. I get it. Once again, the cameras and everything. But y'all trotting up and down that court, man, like you're doing your victory lap. That gets on my nerves. You score a point and you running towards the crowd looking. That ain't gonna fly in college, man. You got to start playing the way you think you're gonna play in the next couple of years.
College,
not the way you're playing right now. You may be the best kid in your city, or the best kid in your town, or the best kid within eight or nine counties.
Right.
But there are 9 million other counties out here all over the world, and there's a kid you're going to see who ain't taking no plays off, like who ain't saying, I'm sore, coach, I really can't practice today, or telling their trainer, hey, I ain't gonna come. The biggest thing with me is, and it happens every year for me, this is so crazy, this is my transfer portal. People train with me, then they either go somewhere else or they don't train. Well, I'll just say they don't train or whatever else they're doing. They think because they got it now. Then that high school season starts up, and that after about 4 games, that parents text me, hey, what's your schedule looking like? Dang, I ain't seen you in 4 months. What happened? Oh, my son or daughter ain't playing so well. But why didn't you keep them in the gym with me, though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the kids who stayed in there, they kept on going. Yeah, he right about that one. Musselman has made a career in college. Yeah, he gonna keep on getting the transfers too. So like, you got to do all those things. You got to have your body right. You got to be in your books. You got to be at practice on time. You got to get up extra shots. Go to sleep. Get off the games and seeing who like your posts and stuff like that, and repeat the next day. Same thing. But to what was that, Dr. Love, to his point though, behind the scenes, a lot of kids are upset at Eric Musselman, who went there because they're telling all them kids the same thing. But some of them kids sitting on the bench and are very, very good players. But, you know, that's their second or third transfer. They can't transfer no more. So they're sitting there stuck, getting that NIL money.
So and maybe this has been a rule all along. I don't think I realized that. Because I swear it was kids that transferred like 3 times.
That was COVID and if they got a redshirt year. But now the NCAA cutting down on that.
Right. So it is 2 transfers, right?
Yeah, you have to go down. Oof. Yeah, you got to go down a level.
Because it's somebody who got a kid right now I was watching the game over the weekend, and it's they're waiting on a waiver or something to come through because he transferred twice or this is his 3rd transfer or something along those lines.
Yeah, he probably ain't gonna get the waiver either.
Not the rate they going.
Yeah, because it was a kid who same thing. I forgot a kid transferred. I forgot where he started, like George Washington, went to St. John's, did like 2 or 3 years at St. John's, then tried to transfer to West Virginia, thinking he had his COVID year and everything. Because he said he had another year of eligibility. NCAA told him, nope, you done, buddy.
And that's different than the grad transfer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Nah, they don't.
No.
They no, I didn't understand that either till I got there.
And I think it's one of those you can even tell them.
Yeah.
That's kind of stuff I try to explain to them when they're making it, when talking to their parents about making their college decision. Like, you know, you got to understand now you ain't the one that got to get up 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
They got to do this and go to practice and then go lift weights and then go eat breakfast and then go to class and then go to film session and then go back to class and then come back to practice.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and they gotta. Okay, luckily you might be at a big time school and you flying back at 2, 3 in the morning. You know, you might have about 2 hours of sleep, but they doing checks to you be in class.
Right.
So think about you riding that bus back, you know, 6, 7, 8 hours. You on a comfortable bus, you ain't really got no sleep, and you still got to set that alarm for 7:30 because also you got to make sure you hit that cafeteria unless you got some money because that cafeteria closed up too. So they don't. I mean, you got weights. You can't tell a coach, "Oh man, I'm sore today." Nah, you lifting the weights, buddy. You know, coach, I'm kind of sick. Okay, go see the trainer. And then you can't, because you know you can't fake a flu or anything like that, like you do with your parents. Oh, I'm sick, my throat hurts. Yeah, go to the infirmary, and we'll see. Oh, coach, he ain't nothing really wrong with him. Oh yeah, you be at practice today. Like yeah, man. Listen, man. Ben Jobe, legendary Ben Jobe, coached me in college. Man, we had some bad pancakes one day. We playing Valdosta State, man. Man, my stomach is tossing and turning. Man, you know this man called 2 timeouts in a row and told me to go use the bathroom? I'm dehydrating everything out there, man. You already see I'm light-skinned, man. My face was 17 shades lighter than this, dog. This man told me, "Oh, we need you to play."
Yeah.
I'm sick.
Yeah, man. Hey, we know you're sick, but we need you. You are a starting point guard. You're going to play this game. You got to use the bathroom? Hold on. That man called timeout. And I said, hey, man, I can go and hide in this bathroom for about 5 or 10 minutes because I'm hurt. Man, the trainer came in there. He done called another timeout. He waiting for you. I said, oh, my God. Let me go back up here. Yeah, man. So, like, it is a full-time job, and you got to keep your grades up, too.
Yeah.
Because if you get below that GPA and you're ineligible, they're not going to bring you back next year.
Ooh.
Time you go home. You got to go JUCO or something like that. And you probably not get back.
That's a year-by-year situation.
Yeah. That's what a lot of parents don't understand either. A lot of kids don't know that year by year. Because you got to go in there at the end of the year and have the meetings.
Yep.
And the coach will tell you, hey, we don't think it's going to work here. And there's 675 more kids in that portal.
Oh, yeah.
So we've seen something as well as far as, I guess, the rules that's changing to the portal where coaches are still on the hook for kids until they get picked up if they go into the portal.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I think that rule is about to come.
Yeah, so
But-
I think it's for, is it for 25, Charles? I think. Is that
I think it's so it's going to be this upcoming year.
Yeah.
24, 25.
24, 25. Yeah.
So it's one of those, if you get kicked off for disciplinary reasons, something along those lines, yeah. But if it's just a matter of
Just a transfer.
yeah, you go in that portal, that school that you left or you're trying to leave is still on the hook for your scholarship until you get picked up by another school. So which then makes it that they can't go out and recruit. They can't replace you until you get picked up by somebody else. So to me, it just makes it that much harder now because you are trying to.
But you know what's about to happen? These coaches are going to find a place for you.
Oh,
they'll help you.
Yeah,
I got you.
Just like NFL, we found a trade place for you already.
So now they got the coaches working for them.
You want to go in the portal? Okay, hold on. But what's going to happen is those kids are going to go down.
Right.
The good kids are already going to have their stuff set up, but the ones who just jump, they're going to go down a level.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Is that their way of trying to do something with the portal?
Yeah, trying to, but it ain't. I mean,
does the NCAA realize that the portal's gotten out of hand?
Yeah, but do they care?
Is this their checks and balances, or trying to do something with it?
Yeah, that's because coaches have been crying about it. That's all. Other than that, they wouldn't care. But coaches, because everybody poaching from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why even like some of these mid majors won't play these higher Division I teams, because they'll poach our kids. We going down the handshake line, they're gonna say something to the kids here. And if you have, let's say you had like UNC Wilmington beat Kentucky the other night, but let's just be real. If Calipari shook one of them kids from UNC Wilmington's hand and said in his ear, like, "We'll take you next year," you think that kid ain't leaving to go to Kentucky with the stuff they giving you and everything?
I'm talking about he on one-way ticket.
Yeah, he already unpacked his bags. He got 16 outfits at UNC Wilmington right now that he gonna wear for 6 straight months, and he out. So that's why like
they can make it the second half of the season if you want.
yeah, basically. So like, it's just so much going on with that, man, and the NCAA sees it, but like NCAA really don't care at the end of the day, man. They making money hand over foot. Right. They was mad about giving the kids an NIL deal, and I just found this out today, which is so crazy. So Florida State mad they didn't get in, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But in 2022 when they had that vote for this year, it could have been the 12 team, the expanded college football tournament. Florida State voted against it.
So politics.
My web we weave. You could have been in it. They voted against it. So like,
and ain't stopped nothing because they're still doing it next year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. They just held
but
off.
They made it a point. Yeah, I definitely say they just made it a point. You ain't getting in.
Yeah, that's politics right there.
Tell me about it. That's why.
At its finest.
At the end of the day, it's who you know and who really trying to help you out and everything else. That's the way of the world.
You went against.
Yeah, and the Dr. Love, the APR, that man, people don't know that either. Because if that kid don't graduate and everything, it still goes against you too on that. So, yeah, man, hey, and you got that APR low, they taking away scholarships. So it's a lot, man, and I think to college coaches' point, I think a lot of people don't understand all that goes into them being a college coach. Right. You gotta scout. So if it's your scout, I got to scout that week. I also got whatever position players I'm supposed to have. I also got to do checks on grades. I got to reach out to all my recruits. I got to talk to the parents whenever I got to do. I got to talk to, some scouts or like the scout and service people I know. Like it is a job for them, like 365 days a year. These dudes don't, and women, they don't get a lot of vacations. Because even when they're on vacation, they're worrying about, okay, my guy's at home, something could happen. My lady's at home, something could happen. Or the person I'm recruiting, I got to make sure I call them. They don't get a lot of family time either, man. And some of these coaches, they treat their assistants very, very bad. Like, hey, you got to beat me to the office, and you can't leave until after I leave. And these coaches don't have a family life, or maybe they do and they don't like their wife or their husband. So they're going to the campus at 6 a.m. and they're leaving at 11. What type of life is that for a college coach?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
I got kids at home and I'm in the gym, but people don't. So when you're contacting these college coaches or you're getting on them and everything like that, you don't understand what they're doing too. Hey, he can't talk to you every time, you know? Like now, Georgia Tech just beat Duke. Man, think about the call Stoudemire and Persian and all them getting from everybody. And everybody calling and telling, I want my guy to come play for you. Man, we want to come to Tech now. We want tickets to the next game, coach.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
college world, man, and just basketball. But to my point, if we all get on the same page, if we all care about these kids, if we all tell these kids the truth, if we all tell them their correct level for these kids to have a great college life, if we're all telling these kids, yeah, you may be a pro or you may not be a pro, but you're still getting education. So then these younger kids who don't make the NBA or play overseas won't be stuck in life. Now they're going job to job, or they're not even working because I let everybody down.
Yeah, mentally stuck.
Yeah,
and it's almost like in a depression.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
Yeah,
that's why we got so many people out here with so many issues going on now. On top of that,
yeah,
you know, the family mad at them. The family probably ain't talking to them because you didn't make it. We thought you was our meal ticket. We took out some loans. Now we got to pay them back. Man, what in the world going on? Don't come home to us.
Some crazy pressure, boy, to put on a kid, a teenager.
It's being done, though.
I get it.
These kids in football, man, going out there playing with concussions and everything, man, broke bones, all that stuff like that, man, because I got to make it. I'm the only one who can feed my whole family.
High school kids.
Bruh. But you know what, though? That's been going on for years. So I can remember I played football. So I was believe it or not, I was a quarterback. I wasn't no damn good, but I was a quarterback. So I was all we had. All right. I was all right. I was decent. I can remember guy fell on my foot, fell on my ankle. My ankle swole, right? We ain't had no backup at the time, right? Coach said, you straight? I said, Coach, I don't think I can go. He was like, nope, you going back out there. He wrapped that thing up. I went back out on the field, limping and everything.
Are you hurt or you injured?
Bro, I was injured, man. When I got done, my ankle was the size of a grapefruit, bro.
He was out there looking like Florida State quarterback yesterday.
Right. Bro, I couldn't plan or nothing. They like just flea flickering handoffs.
Yeah, I get it.
Dr. Love ain't got no comment for that.
I know, right?
Right.
I was all right though. I ain't gonna say I wasn't no good. I was decent.
Now let me talk about my football career. It's gonna be all kind of comments.
I was decent. Now I'll say this. I wouldn't like these kids in Georgia. Like these kids out here different, bro. Football,
Texas, Florida.
They different, bro.
Hey man, but it's good basketball.
High schools ran like college programs.
And some of these high school coaches are getting paid like college coaches.
There you go. I was about to say, it's a lot more money being pushed and moved around in that arena,
football arena.
But right? And that's another thing. At some of these high schools, the football and basketball coach can't get on the same page. They fighting each other.
Mm-hmm. You know what's crazy? Some schools fight the football coach for gym space. That's some crazy stuff. But anyway. Basketball gym.
I know all about it. We got kicked out a couple times when I was at Douglas County.
For walkthroughs and all that.
Yep.
I've never seen it. But anyway, Tat, you about to say something.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Exactly what you mean.
Tat said he ain't trying to get fined, man. That's why he quiet.
Huh?
Trying not to get fined over here. He say that, man. They're gonna change the locks in the gym if I say something tomorrow.
I already done that.
Oh, yeah, I know, man. So yeah, man, that's all I got, fellas.
But I was gonna tell you, Cam, man, hey, in Middle Georgia, Morehouse can come in any gym. Any gym. We would happily have them. So they want to make a short drive. Tell them come on down 75.
Hey man, and listen, and they look good against Clayton State. They look good. He got some nice little pieces. Like, I mean, they lost to Clayton State, but he got some nice. Like Clayton State can get out, man. Come on, man. Like,
yeah. Well, come on, Clayton State, Morehouse. Man, we welcome them all.
Yeah, you're right about that. We don't talk about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got two of them right now. That just played this past weekend. Rashawn Williams. Quan Dillard at Spalding. And like I said, Rashawn Williams at Swanee. The South.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a great education as well.
Getting a great education.
And playing good.
Yep.
And being happy. Because I tell these kids, man, boy, you just don't understand, man. That mortgage due, your car notes due, one of the cars might have broke down. You got to get some groceries. The air conditioner might have went out. Man, boy, it's like, ooh-wee.
Yeah, don't be in no rush.
I'm trying to tell you, boy, because I told the kids, one of my training sessions, man, I wish I could go back again and start over. Be in kindergarten eating applesauce, dog. I love every bit of it. Boy, because it's rough like that, man.
How you say life is good.
Real good.
I'm trying to tell you, man, but I appreciate y'all so much, man. I'm about to grab me something to eat and talk with the old lady for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
All right, bro. We appreciate you being on, man.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
Always, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all doing a great job, man. Y'all keep it up. What's this, like season 4 or 5?
4.
Yeah, y'all keep it going, man. Y'all keep it going, man.
Yeah. So, hey, Cam, I'm gonna reach out to you, man.
Yeah, do that, man. I'm around. Just don't do it tonight, though, man, because I'm about to go to sleep. We'll do it tonight, man. After I eat and talk with her, I'm about to go to sleep, boy. But give me up anytime this week, man. Like I said, man, y'all always invited up here, and when I'm down there, man, we're gonna break bread.
Yeah, we still gotta go eat.
Yeah. I'll be down there soon anyway, man. I'll holler at y'all.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate you, man.
Respect.
Later.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's good to get a real live perspective.
Oh yeah, man. That is. It's always good. Always good talking to Cam, man. He's a straight shooter.
Always.
Yep.
A straight shooter.
Always.
But y'all know we've been on here 2 hours and 8 minutes.
You see Dr. Love last comment?
Yeah, Clark Atlanta beating Mercer.
Upset of the year.
I was down here too, wasn't it?
I think it was.
I think it was here. I think it was here. But so Cam Daly just gave us another great transition, Charles.
What's that?
Where you was going? He transitioned off, and now you about to transition us off.
That was. We've been on. We appreciate everybody.
Hey, Tad, I thought Charles left us a long time ago.
Oh, shit, Southern beat Mississippi State today.
Oh, did they?
I'm telling you, man. It's getting even. The playing field is getting even
with the transfer portals and the NILs. Yeah, it's time. I'm rubbing my eyes. It's that time. I agree with you, Tat. It really is.
It's a lot. And for folks, if you got kids out there that's aspiring to get to the next level, have them watch some college basketball.
But you know what though, man, this is gonna be a great March Madness, great tournament this year because it's gonna be so unpredictable.
Mhm.
We may see something we've never seen before this year.
I'm predicting the mid-major to win it all.
Right. Yeah. So, bruh, I'm excited about it. It is something to be excited for. But I think Cam hit it on the head. There's a lot of impact to high school basketball as far as getting kids recruited. And Tat has said it for years and years and years. Go to who wants you and what fits. So that's the key, right? That's the key.
That is it.
He said the Rams one. He about to take him a shot of yak.
Love, I think he already on.
My man.
I think he already on that. Victory.
Victory Cup.
Yeah.
I can't celebrate too much, Dr. Love. We ain't, I celebrate the win. We ain't finna do too much in postseason if we even have a postseason.
Green Bay beating the Chargers right now.
Y'all will be there.
We'll see. That's a long road. Juke. What's up, Juke?
What it is, my boy?
Y'all pulling out some big wins down there, Juke.
Pulling out some big wins. Hey, learning how to play through some adversity early. That's good, Juke.
Yeah.
It's a good sign.
Helps you along the way.
Yes, sir.
Y'all pulling out some good wins, man.
So on that note,
hey, it was silent.
I know, right? I'm waiting on Charles to say something.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, we did have some good wins.
We try to get back on the winning waves, man.
Oh, hold on. A question for the panel. There are a lot of schools in HBCU D2 that aren't giving out a full allotment of scholarships. What do y'all think about it? He said it could have been a Commander fan. Dang, that.
I thought we were better than that, Dr. Love, but okay. I mean, D3 don't give out athletic scholarships. So that means you got to have your classroom stuff right. And that's what we kind of talk about all the time. About your grades are reflecting.
Oh, that's Blue Jack.
Blue Jack for life. I don't know, it might be some kind of simple. But no, that Yellow Jacket. I don't know about Blue Jack. I don't know. But I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, they might not have the funds for full scholarship allotments. So
it's a financial thing, man.
So you might better have that GPA, the SAT, ACT scores right.
I think that's my kind of thing on it.
Yeah, that's what
Juke said too.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. So good question though. Blue Jacket for life.
Dr. Love, where HBCU you went to?
I bet you Grambling. I'm gonna say Grambling.
We taking odds. No,
that one does not like PWI.
PWIs. What? Yeah, Doc. What'd you say, Tap?
Tuskegee.
Grambling, Tuskegee. I'm going Morehouse.
Morehouse.
Yeah. Dr. Love, who won?
UAPB and Flinders Smith College.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Is that Pine Bluff? Arkansas Pine Bluff?
I think so.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, I was closer.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Close.
All right, you won.
You right. We still. hey, Duke, we getting closer and closer. We know what colleges he went to. So we find out something different every day.
Hey, here's the thing, though. Dr. Love is a wealth of knowledge on the college, the high school. Dr. Love, whoever he is, he knows his stuff.
Hey, and shout out to Dr. Love. Dr. Love has been with us since season 1.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Since season 1. Be in the loop.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Dr. Love in the loop, man.
100%.
So, but we do gotta shut the show down. Y'all might have to log back in after 1 a.m. for the after dark special we're gonna put on.
Who gonna be on there?
Me, you, and Ted.
You said we gonna put it on.
Yeah. Hey, conversation get real, my boy.
Now, but you might gonna have a playback from season 1.
KP, there's no fines.
Hey, you know how the games come on at like 7, and then like at 3 o'clock in the morning, the game come on again.
Yeah. I ain't gonna be on that one.
You gonna be on that one by yourself, Charles.
Right, got a little midnight madness.
Midnight foolishness.
Oh, my brother, you gonna be on your own.
Look, I say that, and I'm the early bird. So
yeah,
I'm the early bird.
They say the early bird.
Yeah, I'll be out. I wouldn't make it no way.
Early
They
bird.
say the early bird get the what?
Get the cheese.
No, man. The early bird get the worm, but the second rat always gets the cheese.
Get the cheese.
That is.
And it went down the what is it? Went down the wrong pipe.
There you go. Hey, but I don't know. we go roll with it, man. Hey, party people.
What the wrong pipe? Remember where we talked about that? The esophagus. When the wrong pipe.
It's the esophagus in the windpipe.
Went down the wrong pipe.
That's when it go down the wrong pipe. That's the windpipe.
I thought we said it couldn't get in there.
He said he ain't never heard of the second part.
What you talking about?
The second rat get the cheese.
Oh yeah, the second rat always get the cheese. What you think happened to the first rat? Get their head caught in the trap.
Second rat always get the cheese.
Yeah, the second rat always get the cheese.
Did Charles leave?
I don't know what he did, cause he didn't left Juke up and then. I don't know if he turned the ceiling fan back on or what.
He said, I done told you 3 times.
I turned that fan on. It's hot in the mug over here.
I told you.
Bruh, I'm like, I gotta turn this thing on. This thing.
I told you turn that fan back on.
I'm like, whoa. Sheesh. Forgot I turned the heat on this week. I gotta go turn that joker off.
Well, I told y'all turn that fan back on.
Yeah.
What? What y'all gonna do? What you gonna do? Y'all gonna stay? What y'all gonna do?
Hey, we will see y'all next week.
Hold on, Charles.
Hey, you sent that to Bo?
No.
Text that to Bo.
Oh, he see it.
He see it.
Oh yeah, trust me, he see it.
Oh man.
Yeah, sure the quarterback today. Why they always picking at my boy?
But hey man, what y'all got, man? So we can shut it down.
I ain't got nothing, man.
Hey man, ain't got nothing. Appreciate everybody.
All right. On that note, man, we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Thank everybody for joining in. We appreciate y'all.
Have a great basketball week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peace.